Welcome to our next project of Python I Explained Clearly series, basically foundation beginner project. So today we are going to make password strength checker, basically a really practical solution. So before without wasting any time, let's switch gears. So this is going to be a project which is going to check some certain condition on password and store the password based on these conditions and give us the strength of it. Now, let me just type the conditions that we are going to check. So these are the following conditions that we are going to check in our password. First of all, the length of the password must be greater than or equal to 8. So this is the first condition, basically length condition. Next condition is the password must contain at least one uppercase character. Third is the same condition but with lowercase. So other than upper, we are going to have one lowercase. And the fourth condition is going to be must have one at least one special character. And the fifth condition is going to be what should be the fifth condition? Of course, the fifth condition should going to be okay. We have first check the length, then uppercase, then lowercase on special character. We of course must have at least one number in it. And the last condition, and the you can say not the least one, do not contain or does not have the name of user in it. So these are some conditions that we are going to check, and based on which we are going to store our password. Now for each condition, I am going to create a separate function for it. Now let's start with checking the length condition and creating its function. Length check. Okay, so we are going to check length check, and in this we are going to pass our password, which is going to be like our string function, and it is going to return us with Boolean value. Now this, let's write the doc string for it. This function is going to take password and check its length. So this function is going to take the password and check its length, and also going to give us whether the length meets the criteria or not. And this can be done by simply returning len of object, basically password, must be equal to greater than or equal to it. So this is the function for checking them. Next is uh, function. You can say uppercase check, uppercase character check. Now we are going to define uppercase check, and again we are going to pass the password here, and then string value, and return the boolean value, and the same thing, but this time whether it contains uppercase or not. Not. So this is what this function is going to do. Now we can do is return say for I in range or rather than range correct password if I, you can say if is upper say I dot is what to check. Basically we need to check the password have uppercase or no. So how to check whether the password is having uppercase? So maybe we can just take string by string, and then we just need to see whether we have the uppercase. Yeah, we can just use I dot is upper, and then we are going to return true, else we are going to return false. So this is going to be our function, uh, and it's going to return whether we have uppercase or not. The next thing, so before moving on to the next thing, let's just create a temporary password here. Let's say random strings, and let's see print length check them. Also also after length check we also need to check whether this have uppercase or not, and run that. So we get true and false. Of course, the false is also expected because the password does not contain any uppercase character. Now let's say if I make one character to uppercase, now it should return true, but it's still returning false. And why is that? It should return actually true. Or I password if I dot isupper return true. Uh, then oh, that's why it is returning as false. Okay, now it's true. Actually, we have written the other condition of other return statement inside the loop. Basically, if let's say the last character is 5, and it is going to check whether this swipe is upper or lower, and based on that is it is going to return us some situation. Let's say if maybe that was true, but the last character will make it false. So that's why it is happening. So everything is working fine up until now. Let's copy this whole thing and create the function for lowercase. And for the lowercase, we can just put lower here and here, and this lowercase and uppercase check can be done by using the function is lower, and the same thing can be repeated twice, in which lowercase can be checked. Now we are getting three trues. Okay, now up until now we have completed these three statements, basically uppercase, lowercase, and length greater than 8. Now we have to check the other three condition, which is the password should have at least one special character. Now that can be done by simply copy pasting it here and just put special character check to check. So here we can use this alpha numeric and put a note symbol here, or maybe this note here, and then we can just get whether our function, our password have a special character or not. So how this happens? By simply, so how it is happening? Basically, alphanumeric return us uh, is so alpha num, this lnum return us with a to z and a to z and 0 to 9. So this is what it is returning us. Now we have put the note here, that means anything other than these conditions is going to be returning true. So basically, other than these are left with we are left with special characters as well as emojis. So emojis can also be considered as a type of special characters. But yeah, we can do that. Or maybe let's check whether we have any specified functions or not. I don't. Speed. Okay, still not ish. So this is the only way, I believe. Now let's try this. So last time we have checked for uppercase, lowercase. Now we have to check for first check. Of course, it is going to return us with false. Now let's say for now, if I put something like hashtag here, basically one special character, the condition become true. So we get our value. Now for the last two checks, basically, sorry. So for the last two checks that we have to do is that actually for the number, the name of the user in it. The number can also be done by using the same function. Actually, the same function can be used multiple times, but by changing the functionality of it. Now let's just change it to numeric, and this will give us what we are expecting. Sorry, num check. So let's run this. We get true because we have numbers written in our password. Now for the last one, basically name check. We have to define a function name check, and again it is going to take a password which is a string format, and return us the Boolean value, and it is going to check for like something like return. So what we can return is we have return. Basically, this is going to take two arguments actually, name also. So we can do is name dot or maybe dot lower in password dot lower. So it will return as whether the name is present in the password, and this is going to be your the last check. So let's quickly create a while loop for it, or maybe not while loop. We can just simply run it once because, of course, nobody is going to create password multiple times. So this whole function can be wrapped up into this main loop, or maybe not required main loop. First, we are going to take input from the user, name, let's say input, enter your name, and then we are going to ask for your password, and then we are going to check print password analysis, and password analysis will have, let's say, for every check it pass, score the our password. So for that, we can just create a function for basically scoring of password. So this is going to take two arguments, basically again the password and the name, and it is going to return us with integer value, and the scoring is basically going to be done out of 5. So basically, what it will do, it will check for every condition. Let's say initially score is equal to 0. So let's say initially score is 0. If we are going to actually check for every condition, so let's check password equal to we can just do these things. And so how this will work is basically length check will return us a Boolean value. So let's say the Boolean value is true. So in this situation, the Boolean value will be converted into integer. So let me convert that for you so that there will not be any confusion later, because at the backend the this length check will already actually automatically going to convert this into integer value. So, so in the similar way, we can check every condition here. And first length check, then what type of check we have, then uppercase check, then we have lowercase check, then we have number check, then we have special character check, and at last it is going to have name check. Of course, we are going to deduct from the score if the name is present, and at last we are going to return this score value. Checks whether password contains name or not. Everything is consistent. Two, we need to add everything. Uh, gives score based on the checks. Okay, so now let's write the password analysis first. Print let's close this. So what we are going to print is the password password this rated for password comma name out of 5. Print also we are going to say password passes the following check. So that's not required. Yes. Print modify if okay, let's store this for in some variable. So if store is less than or equal to true, then print password is weak. Now what we can do is password is less than equal to greater than 2 less than equal to 4. Password is not digit moderate. When the password is equal to 5, then the password is strong. These are the three analysis we are going to print in. And also, let's print recommendations. Recommendations. So we are going to recommendation like whatever test it fails, whatever test it fails, we are going to give the recommendation for that. So for that, let me quickly paste that. And the recommendation is going to be something like what do they say? Let's say if the length check fails, it is going to print password length should be at least 8 character long or something like the length of the password should be 8 character or long. So here I have written that in advance. So let's try to run that. So it's asking for our name. Let's say, and for the first time, I'm just going to print half my name. It says the password length is less than uh, password length is 3 basically. So basically a moderate password, and it says the password should be at least 8 character long and at least have one special character. And I think it also fails to check for the condition of number. Basically, number check it fails, and why it is not printed that. Sorry, mistake on my side. So it says password is rated 1 because it does not contain any uppercase. Let's rerun that. Again, entering my name, and this time I'm going to enter the same thing as upper. So, okay. So basically, this concludes that our code is working. Now, for the last time, let's say if I run it again, this time, and for the password, let's say any number, any digit again, any special characters. Let's say the password is strong. So this is our password checking app, password strength checker. So basically this wraps up our projects until now. And I'm going to be back with a new project. So until then, thank you for watching this video, and please share your recommendations through comments. Basically, the part where you need more understanding. So I will be more than happy to be in your assistance. And that's wraps up our videos. Uh, Thank you.